some of the movies that he would explain and tell us as we're kids and say, or he put it in the book or testimony about, we have the technology of Star Wars and Star Trek. We already have that, and we've had it for a while now. He mentions Close Encounters. He mentions that Steven Spielberg basically gets funded for all these movies. He mentions X-Files, of course. That was a big one for me growing up. He mentioned the Philadelphia Experiment, Fire in the Sky with Travis Walton. There's Stargate. I went to see this in the theaters. Contact, I went to see in Taos with him. I remember that, and he was very excited about that. I always thought Abyss was a great way of showing disclosure about the underwater bases and the benevolent side of things. A lot of this is made fun of, like in Men in Black, but he knew obviously it's very serious, very real. Interstellar I put because it's interesting how I get kind of, I don't know, ways of knowing what to look for next when I read the books from his library, and I get more information, and I feel like he's communicating with me like the main character in Interstellar. It's kind of interesting. He only mentioned the agency as far as this slide goes in his book and how it talks about the CIA, and there's a new version that's out now. I've kind of, just some things that I've seen that I thought were very much disclosure. Lost I got into. I didn't know why at the time, but come to find out there's a lot more to Lost in the disclosure of timelines, portal technology, just all the MK Ultra stuff too. Fringe is one of the biggest ones for disclosure. I mean, every episode you can find something that they're trying to show you was probably a real project phenomenon or something they've worked on. It has a lot of, again, mind control type stuff. The Peripheral, another one about going into the future with using a video game to actually be an avatar into the future and maybe do missions, run missions, things like that. Halo's another one about mission. Jack Ryan's more about the CIA and operations, just kind of to the point. Stranger Things is Montauk related. Umbrella Academy has kind of it's funny, but it's got some interesting ties to the Monarch type of mind control and things like that that's been done. And I won't go through all these. He mentions Enemy of the State in particular about the NSA and how much surveillance they actually have, and he said that's basically a true story. Everything in that movie is showing is true and far beyond capability of what they got. But these are all kind of ties to Super Soldier, our human interaction with AI, obviously the Matrix, which if you saw that talk, which was amazing just now, about how the Matrix has so much in it, and this that Thomas Althouse had to share was really truly mind-blowing. But all this ties into, say, like mind control, super soldiers, time travel, cloning as you get towards the right side. I haven't seen some of these, like Mickey 17 just came out, which is all about cloning, and they're just trying to make a joke about it. The Gorge is supposed to be about the same thing. So a lot of interesting concepts there.